Hi, I'm Deb Hall. I'm a diabetes care and education specialist at Mosaic in Maryville. 33% of you watching this video right now have pre-diabetes, and 80% of you that have it don't even know that you have it. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month. Have you been tested for diabetes? If you are 35 years or older, you need to get tested, and earlier if you have certain risk factors. The day your glucose begins to rise, your pancreas is already being compromised. So don't wait. Start living healthy today. So we've put together 10 fun tips to help you get through the holidays in a healthier way. Tip number 1, don't skip meals. Whenever it's your day for the holiday meal, don't go in super hungry. So eat like you normally would through the day, and then when you enjoy that holiday meal, think of it as just another meal that you will eat a rational amount of food at that meal. Tip number 2, window shop before you fill your plate. Look at all the options, and remember, you need to think about it as being on a budget and not overdosing on anything, just little amounts of everything on a bit of a carb budget. Tip number 3, use a small plate and only go through the line once. Tip number 4, only partake in the foods that you really look forward to at that meal. If you really look forward to stuffing on your Thanksgiving meal, allow yourself to have a little bit of that. But you don't have to have a big pile of stuffing and the sweet potatoes with all the goo and the mashed potatoes and the rolls. So the foods that are carbs, allow yourself to have some that you really look forward to, but then turn your nose up at the other things. I tell people with diabetes or pre-diabetes, you get to be a food snob and turn away some of the foods that you may not be as excited about. Tip number 5, if you're asked to bring a dish, make it a healthy one. If you're putting on the meal, make it a healthy meal. Add a lot of non-starchy vegetables to that meal. Tip number 6, avoid high-calorie, high-carb drinks. There is no need to drink sugared drinks, regular pop, sweet tea, lemonade, juice. Choose zero carb, zero calorie options. There's plenty out there. Tip number 7, fill your plate half full with non-starchy vegetables. Green beans with onions, asparagus, salads, raw vegetables. Fill half your plate with those non-starchy vegetables. Bring on the protein. And when it comes to the carbohydrates, think of it as having small amounts. Then, when you go to eat your meal, eat those non-starchies first. Eat the protein first. Then by the time you get to the higher carb foods, you're feeling full, you're feeling satisfied, and you won't feel as deprived if you have a small amount of those higher carb foods. Tip number 8, think of your dessert as having just a taste, not a big pile. There's several ways to make your desserts lower carb at Thanksgiving and at Christmas. Avoid pecan pie, and think of making your pumpkin pie as crustless. So you make a pumpkin pie parfait in a cup. Tip number 9, celebrate in ways that do not involve food. So plan a family event. You could take a walk, play frisbee, make a wreath out of real evergreens. Find an event, plan an event that is going to be fun that does not involve food. And tip number 10, be a good example. Your children, your grandchildren, your family are watching you, so be a good role model. So together, we can support those impacted and encourage healthy habits and work towards a future with better outcomes for everyone impacted by diabetes. Let's keep spreading awareness and making a difference, one step at a time.